So this video is going to be a little different for some, but it might be classic for others because I'm actually going to be reviewing something, which is something I haven't done in a really long time, and we're going to be covering the anime Solo Leveling. If you end up liking this content, hit that subscribe button and maybe I'll do more in the future. But let's talk about Solo Leveling. This was an anime that was not on my radar. It actually got talked a lot about on Twitter, and I was like, you know what? I kind of want to watch something new. People are constantly posting memes and just like, video clips from this anime. And I had to say, I really did enjoy the art style. So I was like, I'll give it a shot. I did have my interest peaked with the first episode. Although, I will say, I got a little bit baited. For full transparency, I love me a good waifu when it comes to anime. It doesn't matter if they're super tough, if they're super sweet. I just love me a good waifu. And I thought Solo Leveling was going to give me that when they decided to show this cool little action scene of this female hero where she just steals this purse back from a thief, and they gave us this most ridiculous ass shot. I was like, yo, okay, Solo Leveling, I didn't know this was going to be that kind of anime, but you got me on board. They had me looking like the sus statue meme that everybody's been posting. But then Solo Leveling goes on for 12 episodes to never really show that character again. Not in any meaningful way. I think you see her maybe once or twice more, and that's it. But nothing from that character happens in the first 12 episodes. And if I'm being honest, the rest of the series kind of feels like that too. That's not saying that there isn't cool moments or anything like that, but it does feel like Solo Leveling kind of lacks character development. You see, this anime, like many others, is carried by the action, but Solo Leveling specifically, I think the action is what saves this series, because I can't really recall anything else that I really care about in this show. The action's fun. The concept, I think, is very generic. This guy ends up getting killed, but he gets brought back, and he has this ability to get stronger, kind of like video game-wise. He's able to do, like, side missions and stuff and gain power to get bigger and better and cooler. And that's kind of, I don't know, a played-out concept. I told this to somebody before. I've never seen Sword Art Online, but somebody was like, it sounds kind of like Sword Art Online. I was like, I don't know, never seen that damn anime, so I couldn't tell you. Anyways, that's pretty much the concept. There is a main character that's able to level up and get better, aka Solo Leveling. And he's not supposed to be able to do this in the series because, in this world, you are provided a rank and you can never level up. But there's always these things called the, Second Awakening, I think is what they're called. I might have that wrong. And, they become just... From my understanding, what he has is not something that anybody's ever experienced before, because I think if you have like a second awakening, you, I guess, get ranked up to another level, but I don't know if people can say that you're able to upgrade the way he is. That's from my impression in these 12 episodes. I haven't read the manga, so don't come after me, manga people. But for the most part, that is kind of what I perceive this to be. So over the course of those 12 levels, that's all pretty much we're seeing is just this main character leveling up. And to be honest, that's kind of it. Like, somebody could say that's character development, but I'm just watching a character get stronger. I'm not really seeing him change much. He gets put in certain situations where he's got to make interesting character choices, like, am I going to be a murderer or not? All that kind of stuff. But for the most part, you don't see much. Like, I feel like before he got his powers, he had more character, but now that he has the power, he's just like generic strong guy. And maybe that's what they're going for. They want him to be this callous kind of character. But I don't know. I can say that I don't care for him. I don't care for anybody in this show. That is something I can openly admit, that there is not one character in this show that I genuinely care about. And I kind of think that is a bad sign for any show. It doesn't matter if it's an anime, a live action, a movie, it doesn't really matter. If I don't care for the characters, what's really the point? Again, I am watching this as just an anime to watch because it has cool action. Like, I can get by on watching animes if they just have cool action. And it's not like the show doesn't have options to actually make some characters develop in this show, but for the most part, every time you think a character's about to do that, something happens and then there's really, they just kind of, die off. There's two characters in the show that are from the first episode, or I should say the first two episodes, that leave the main character to die. Essentially, they run away, And we see them in later episodes where they want to apologize, like they want to repent for what they did because they feel bad. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. Well, they don't really get the chance to do that, so that kind of sucks. They're just killed off because, oh, they need to do this for, some other character to be the villain. And then you have the healer that's from the first couple of episodes that always heals the main character. She's been through raids with him, and she's like, don't get hurt this time. I'm always having to heal you. And then, of course, she goes through a traumatic experience, and she's like, I don't want to do this anymore. But she ends up seeing the main character becoming stronger, and she's like, oh, this is interesting. Like, I thought he was dead, but, seeing this weak person do something, like, maybe I can be better again, right? She goes into another raid, more shenanigans happen, and she ends up quitting. So there is no, like, really character development for her. We know that she's somebody that's kind of scared. She helps out the main character. And then, when you think, like, okay, she's watching this character be awesome and she wants to, like, get over her stuff, no, she quits. She realizes that she's like, this isn't for me. I'm going to leave. Next time you're in my town, hit me up. Maybe we'll go out to dinner or whatever. And so there's, like, another character that there could have been some really good development for. She could have became a really strong character. And maybe she does in the future. And these first 12 episodes just look like nothing came from her and she just gave up and is essentially out of the show at the moment. I will say the show did end where it seems like it is about to start getting a little bit juicy, because there's like this island that had some shit go down on it, and there's like this whole group of awesome characters. I would assume that they're like all S tier or whatever, and they're gonna go do some reconnaissance, or I'm assuming some of them are probably gonna die or get into a big fight or whatever, and that seems like it's gonna be interesting. But again, the show is relying on just like action, because that's what I'm assuming. I'm like, all right, they're gonna go to the crazy island, and I'm assuming there's gonna be some really cool action. I kind of want to know more about the island, but it's been kind of hush hush, which that's totally fine. A lot of animes do that. They don't want to, give you the whole pie right away. But I don't know. Like, in these first 12 episodes, I can't really pinpoint something that I'm like, that was awesome. I want to see more of that. Because it's just situations where this guy is going through lower dungeons and he's just beating some stuff. He's getting stronger. That's all it's been. That is literally all it's been, is this guy training essentially the whole time. There's been some cool boss fights, but at least nothing I really want to praise, because again, nothing really stands out like these epic moments in the series. So I don't know. I just feel like Solo Leveling is an anime I can continue watching 100%. I think it's just a average anime right now. Maybe it's gonna get better. I don't know. The story, like I said, feels pretty generic. The guy is just trying to get stronger so he can save his mom. But I don't care for the mom either. Like, he hasn't shown me any reason to care for the mom. I wish there would have been like some flashbacks of him maybe spending time with his mom more. The sister's there. He's got to like kind of take care of the sister so she can go to school. We don't really know much character development there. They seem to have some kind of bond, but I don't know. The show just seems like it wants to focus on just the action, and they're not giving me anything to sink my teeth into character-wise. And that's my biggest gripe with the show. It's like, dude, make me care about somebody. Like, your action's cool, but like, come on, I need something. Also, can I say the intro sucks? Is that blasphemous? I think this is one of the, I don't want to say the worst anime intros, but I think, like, I hate how the song breaks. You know what I mean? Like, they have this good beat and stuff for the first part, and then the song stops, completely goes on a 180, and then he's fighting this boss at the end with a totally different vibe. And I'm like, no, I hate it. I hate the intro song. I'm not a big fan of the intro. So I don't know. Let me know if that's blasphemous. I don't think it's that great compared to a lot of other anime intros out there that are going on right now. Oh my god, this freaking series also did something that I really hate that any anime does, is they gave us a 0.5 episode. I think it was like 7.5. I hate that. Like, why bother giving us a recap episode? I hate it. It is always just filler, and there was no reason for that. I thought modern day animes were kind of getting away from that. They weren't doing that. Usually, when you have a filler episode, sometimes it's just another random thing, but I hate recap episodes. It was so dumb. Just to fill a week, just say you're taking a week off. Like, we don't need that crap. And I honestly think everybody hated that because it might have been the worst rated episode on Crunchyroll ever. If I can find that tweet that I saw, I'll post it there. If not, just take my word for it, I guess. Also, since it's stopping with 12 episodes, I'm assuming this is going to be season 1, and then season 2 will probably be another 12 episodes. I know some animes are starting to do that. But I will say, I'm hoping the second half of Solo Leveling is a little bit better. There is, again, like I said, some intriguing things that are going to start happening. I want to see this freaking adventure to this crazy island. We know that that one character is going to go after the main character because of him killing his brother, which I think is going to be interesting. And I kind of want to see what's going to happen with Hoodie Girl. Like, there's this one character who's also like a weak character. She wears a hoodie. She's part of this excavation crew that the main character's on. And yeah, I don't know. Like, she's got some mystery to her. Like, I don't know if she's also like a solo leveler. But she's playing it real chill, or I don't know. I'm curious about this character, if she's going to be anything. She's also, like, younger, too. I don't know if that matters in any situation. Like, maybe she has some family that's also hunters. I don't know why she wants to be there. So there are some things that can be interesting with the series that I am kind of somewhat looking forward to. But again, they all kind of lead to, like, are they going to be fighting? Like, again, the series is carried by that. And I don't think I've seen a series that relies this heavily on action in a hot minute. I feel like other things like Demon Slayer, I feel like everybody's like, Demon Slayer is carried by the art. But I feel like at least some of those characters you can actually care about. I haven't got that from Solo Leveling yet. But maybe it'll change in the future. I don't really know. But that's pretty much it. Like I said, if I had to recommend this, I would be like, it's just an anime you can throw on in the background. Granted, I think everybody's probably watching it subbed anyways. I don't even know if there is a dub. I didn't even bother looking into that. But yeah, I don't think it's an anime that is like you need to super pay attention to. You know, it's just an average anime in my opinion. Anyways, this was kind of just like a test video to see if this does well in any way, if people are interested in me talking about anime or just shows in general. I kind of want to just freeball this. Like, I kind of want to just pick it up, kind of make some comments about things. You know, maybe if I'm really into a show, I'll break it down a lot crazier. But I'm not trying to do what I used to do on my old channel. Just FYI for anybody that thinks it's going to go back to that. That's not what I want to do. I just want to be able to talk to shows in a free manner, kind of like I would on stream. If you guys have never been to one of my streams, you guys can go check out either of these profiles. I usually stream once or twice a week, so go check that out. But yeah, I don't know. So this is a test video. If you guys want me to talk about more anime, I'm watching Mashal right now too. Really enjoying that one. So maybe I'll do an you know, an episode or a video for that next week, because I think the season 2 ends next week. But yeah, let me know. But anyways, that is what my thoughts on Solo Leveling. If you are in disagreement with that, tell me why. Maybe don't give me spoilers for the next season, because I don't know. But is it going to get better? You can let me know that. But that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys are watching any anime, let me know in the comment sections down below. Again, if you like this video, hit that subscribe button. Check out my last video where I talked about a TikToker that left his friend to basically die on the side of the road. Go check that out. But as always, don't forget your daily dose of juice.